What's up, y'all? It's Key. You can find me on Instagram at also that's Key. So I just basically wanted to make a video because I'm always talking to myself and I feel like I be saying some dope ass shit. So I would like to share it with you guys. Um, Upon my realization of myself and throughout my experience and throughout my journey and throughout me learning different things about myself and the world and other people, I've come to a lot of epiphanies about just the way the world works to me from my perception or from my perspective. And if you resonate with that, awesome. You know, we are human and we do seek understanding, in our human experience. So it will be nice if my thought process is able to be resonated with. So this video is about how not to take things personal. And basically what I'm going to be doing is going deep into how you can change your perspective to not take things so personal, things that people do to cause harm to you, even if it is not their intentions, things like that. Because 9 times out of 10, if it is their intentions or if it isn't their intentions, it's still the same subconscious behavior that activates it. So, and when I say how not to take things personal, this is what I mean. So, when you really think about it, we come from the same place. We all have come from a vagina. We were either born through the vaginal canal or we were C-sectioned out of a womb. Either way, we all came from a womb, and from that point on, once we are out, everything that happens to us is an experience brought onto us by another being. So from the moment we're born, we don't have any say so really, and we don't have any control over what happens to us up until a certain point, until we become aware. But when we're babies, we can be fed anything. We can be told anything. We can be taken anywhere. And we don't really have any control over that. So when you first come out, you're given a name, you're given a religion, everything is pretty much chosen for you, and upon that realization, you realize that a lot of our experiences are brought onto us by the people who raised us and the situations we were in when we were children. And our mindsets have been molded based off of that. So basically, our environment has molded our perspective on life. If you were told certain things as a child, you grow up kind of basing the things that you do throughout your everyday life on those things. If you experience certain things as a child, you grow up taking those experiences as learned lessons and implementing them into your adult life, right? So, say for instance, I'm going to give an example, okay? And we're going to call him Billy. Billy was born in Georgia, in the country of Georgia in 1962. I would say 1969, because what does that make him now? 50? And so he was born in Georgia in 1962. What was going on in Georgia in 1962? Segregation. And Billy is a Caucasian. And his father was a Ku Klux Klan member. And his mother was a homemaker. And they had a beautiful American dream life. That's when America was great. So, that, and of course, Billy is watching his parents, have certain conversations and partake in certain activities and things of the sort. And Billy also goes to school, and Billy's small. He's skinny. And he gets bullied a lot by the other little kids that go there. He gets bullied. So some time has passed, and Billy's like 16, 17. He decides that he wants to be a bodybuilder. And the reason why he wants to be a bodybuilder is because he is tired of getting picked on. So he wants muscles now. So Billy, in the gym, he's getting bulked by the time he's like 19. He's in college. He's big. He's a frat boy, and all the girls love him. And because he got bullied, and because he's built this certain mindset on, he doesn't want nobody's gonna fuck with him. Nobody's gonna fuck with him. He big. He got muscles. He the ladies' man, and he the shit walking through campus right now. So he got a big old head. Okay, so that's Billy's teenage years and things like that. So after Billy gets out of college, he goes to the military, and they pretty much drill a certain mindset into Billy. So Billy is now doesn't have any emotion. So he's this big guy with muscles who has this so-called Napoleon complex because he was bullied a lot. So now he's turned into a bully himself. He's now in the military. And when he gets out of the military, Billy joins the police force. Okay? Now, just based off of that situation, you can tell. Okay? Now, just based off of that situation, you can tell what kind of person Billy is. He's a cop now. So as a cop and being raised by racist parents and being bullied and being in the military, he has a background, okay? And Billy is now, we're going to say at this point of the story, he's 30, 35. He's a cop. He's he's in the force field or whatever. And you can tell what type of cop Billy is just based off of his background. But if you didn't know, but when you see him out on the streets, you're not going to know this about him. You're going to see him and you're going to say, oh, that's an asshole cop. He doesn't have any remorse for anything. You're going to make these, I'm not even going to say assumptions, because that could very well be true. If Billy is not aware of his actions and how his actions affect other people. This asshole cop doesn't have any remorse, and he's racist. So Billy's he fits the profile of a cop who probably is going to wind up shooting the black man for no fucking reason. Just based off of what's up here and what's molded him. His whole environment has molded him into who he is right now. So when you look deeper into what's going on, you can't even really blame Billy. You can only blame his environment, because that's what made Billy who he is. Billy wasn't like that when he was first born. His life, his experiences have taught him to be that way. Okay? So when you put that into perspective when you're dealing with anyone, not even knowing their story, you kind of automatically don't let what they do affect you. Even in the physical illusion of what's going on right now, it makes sense for it too. But if you look at it that way, you kind of it's kind of easier for you to not allow it to affect you. So you kind of release all emotions attached to their actions and reactions. So that's how you cannot take things personal. Like, but it's different. It's many dimensions to what I'm saying. But that in a nutshell, you know, I will be making more videos on my perspective on life, but pretty much that's how you not take things personal, when you can understand that everyone has a backstory and what they do isn't necessarily pertaining to the current situation. It's based off of what happened before you even met them. So 9 times out of 10, it don't got nothing to do with you. It's based off of their default reactions to, their default programming to what's happening. Their reactions are default. Everyone's reactions are default unless you realize your pattern, unless you realize the trauma that's taking place to mold you into who you are. That's how it's going to play out. So you have to kind of assume, because it's true, if you're a certain age, you have experiences behind you. You kind of have to assume that everyone has experiences, and then based off of their actions, you can kind of pinpoint if that person is reacting based off of trauma, you know. And I'm gonna be honest with you, like, I was definitely that person. But once I became aware of it, and I realized how it was affecting my life, affecting the people around me, my children, me, like, I had to change it because I was not happy with being comfortable. Like, I wasn't happy with what I was receiving out of life. And then I put 2 and 2 together. Like, what I'm doing is basically attracting what's coming to me. So how do I stop this? So guess what I had to do? I had to reach back into my environmental programming and realize that my default reactions were not mine. They were not my thoughts. Nothing I was doing was because I wanted to do it. It was because of the program that was instilled in me from birth. So, yeah. So that's how you not take anything personal. And that's how you can kind of pinpoint your trauma and your reactions to things. Because 9 times out of 10, if you don't like what you are attracting, you should change it. And, well, not 9 times out of 10, like 10 times out of 10. If you don't like what you are attracting, you should change it. And you change it by going back into the depths of your experiences and realizing why you react that way in the first place. Now, I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm going to go ahead and just end it right there. And the next time I decide to do a video, I'm not even going to act like I'm going to put schedules on this, because I'm horrible at that. I'll be coming on here to y'all apologizing for not uploading something. But I'm going to end it right there. I hope y'all enjoyed my video. And I don't know where you're going to be seeing this at. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, wherever. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. All right, peace. Oh, once again, follow me on Instagram. This is my personal page. Also, that's key. Because when they see me, somebody was already talking about me. So when they see me, they be like, oh, so that's key. And I be like, it's me. Remember, your name is in rooms that you ain't even stepped foot in. That's how you know you great. That's how you know it.